and welcome to Pokemon.
I get it. I'm just having the fight with the chat room. I can do both, Joe. Don't worry about it. I can set the chat room straight. I still say, welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast. This is the home of the only two cool guys in the whole Pokemon world. That's right. I said it. Everyone else is Team Rocket. Me and Joe are the cool ones. So, yeah, Tugus. There, duly. I mean, how dare you? How dare you come into my chat room and demand that I actually play a game with you and interact in a positive manner? I don't understand the demands of this generation anymore. Get off my porch. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Oh, but I'm gonna have to correct you. You say that we're the only two awesome people. The Way Spotters people are pretty cool, and they actually had Coach Kev on their last episode, and yeah, so that was it was a pretty good episode. So if you want, I actually tweeted about their last episode. So if you go to my Twitter at Joseph_Ard, you can get a link to their latest episode. It was really good.
Did Kevin mention our show?
Actually, Jamal, one of the hosts, mentioned it.
Kevin's dead to me. I like Jamal. He's all right.
No, I mean, they talked about us for a little bit, and actually they said that they want to have one of us on their show. So, just FYI. You're like, another show? I'm way too casual for that.
No, yeah. That's what it sounds like it. But no, I am never way too casual to be on somebody else's show. Call me. I'll be there. I will mess up your show just as much as I mess up this one. No.
He's gonna go full Kim Possible on you. Call him, beep him. Call me, beep me. Anyway.
Yeah.
No. Kim Possible.
They don't even have that at Epcot Center anymore, buddy. You're gonna have to let Kim Possible go.
all these kids that are listening. What's Kim Possible?
What's Oh, you mean AOL? Yeah. Okay. Let's sit down, kid. Yeah, sorry. All right. Experiences of the week, my friend. What have you got?
Oi, hoi, 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 hoi. Experiences of the week. Don't you have a button for that? How dare you?
Yep.
That is not that button. Anyway.
I answered your question, though, didn't it? Yes, I do. That's how I'm going to answer it.
So I actually caught a couple of Gabites this week, which was fun. It was part of the event that was going on. But yeah, the Shadow Snorlaxes from last week during the recording.
Hey there, my name is Tom, and these are the experiences of the week.
I mean, you didn't say when it should be hit. You just asked if I had the button. I do have that button.
Oh, man. The title of this episode is Charles Likes to Push People's Buttons.
That's a little too on the nose. Yes.
But yeah, no, I've just been catching stuff and battling Team Rocket because we got the Rocket event going on. I need to battle a raid in order to progress to the next stage, though, in that particular one. So, yeah, just having fun playing. I keep... So one of my quest lines that I keep messing up is I need to... For the master work research that, most of our listeners have probably finished already, is earn a heart with your buddy 30 days in a row. And for the life of me, I keep forgetting to earn a heart with my buddy on certain days. And so it keeps resetting on me. I really wish it wasn't in a row. It was just earn 30 hearts with your buddy. But it is what it is, and I'll just have to deal with it.
Look at that sexy F7 button showing it off.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that thing's going to goo up your keyboard.
Well, it is called Goomy.
That did not come across right, kids. What he's doing is catching a Goomy.
No, I was I was
feeding it,
getting a heart with my Goomy.
So, all right. Well, all right.
Yeah, I had to be careful on the phrasing there. I almost said something else.
I did not get a Snorlax this week in breaking news. Shocker. That was it. That was the extent of my story there. I'm trying to see what I did do this week. So we got to do age 7. I went to Athens today, which is more of a bigger city with lots of stops. Honestly, forgot to turn on my gotcha. Excuse me.
Yeah, so
But,
it's more like
uh,
you didn't catch them all. And that was lame. It was real lame. It's okay.
Joe, that was a year 1 kind of joke, sir. I expect you to do better. This is year 6, episode 304. I expect you to do better.
My bad.
It's like a brand new supervisor told my buddy who'd been at the company and progressed up to the company over 18 years. Well, in 18 years, I'd expect you'd done more. I applied for your job, dummy. But in that case, I expect you to do more, Joe. Be better. No, don't go to upgrades. I do love. I know I don't see it very often, but I do love when you have multiple egg hatches. The new screen on that's pretty cool.
I both love it and don't like it. Specifically because if you had a bunch that were queued up and you forgot about it and you were hoping to pop...
I haven't seen eggs in a while.
Yeah, if you're hoping to pop a lucky egg or you were hoping to pop Stardust Star Piece for it or something, then when the first one went off and you're like, oh, shoot, you had time in between them if you clicked fast enough to pop it before it starts. So unless... I have to look at the screen. Unless they added a little thing to where you could pop items, kind of like you can use items during the raid screen. If they added that, I'll have to take a look again next time I hatch multiple eggs at the same time and see if they have that. Because if they don't, Niantic, you should add that. Just saying.
Niantic is really trying hard on this community today.
I mean, some really small quality of life things. If you can't use items during that portion, adding it to where you can use items would be great. The second thing is when you reach a certain stage with your friends, best friends or great friends or ultra friends, whatever, allow us to just sit on that experience, and then we can go to the friend menu and be like, collect all friend experience. That way we don't have to sit there and coordinate in time with people. Oh, we're going to hit best friends here. Or you accidentally hit best friend. Oh, shoot, I hit best friends. Make sure you pop a lucky egg when you log in next time. No, just let the experience sit there,
Joe,
and have it be a reminder that it's there. And then we can pop a lucky egg at our leisure and say, collect all of this experience. Give me all the experience, Niantic.
Joe,
I'm sorry, it makes too much sense. So Niantic will never do it.
They're not real friends. We're all in your head. This is not real anyway, dude.
I've been in a mental asylum for the last 6 years, and this is all in my head.
That would make things make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Now take these pills and behave.
It would make a lot more sense with Niantic's decisions. And Niantic's task force are the people that work at the insane asylum.
Yeah. And Tigger's like, no, it's the Matrix. I am Neo, baby. You know this is the Matrix, but you just have to follow in my world.
Actually, I saw something interesting. Apparently, some people, they don't like playing Niantic's version of the game, so they have a hacked version of the game and they set up their own private server so that they can play the game on their own terms with their own private server without Niantic's influence.
Interesting. I wonder how that's working out.
I don't quite know the point of that, but I saw that the other day on Reddit that people were talking about, hey, how do you set up your own private server for this? I know that it's possible. Such and such did it, and I was like, oh, interesting. I didn't know people were doing that.
Yeah, I didn't know either. My experience of the week encapsulates hatching those 4 eggs that I just hatched, and I got a Panseer on a raid. Pretty much it. That was everything. We're good.
Oh, Charles.
It's a slow week. Hey, if Niantic can only put out like one bit of news, what do you expect me to do?
Oh, Niantic.
You know, how am I supposed to work harder at this show than they work at their game?
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's see. We've actually gotten quite a few people that have put stuff in since we have been live. So we'll have to back up on the I went too far. Back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse. Put it in reverse, Terry. All right. All right.
Just head for the canyon, full speed.
Ooh.
What we got? What we got?
Duly noted, who is here live with us, has put in a shiny ice Darumaka. The ice Darumaka, I think that's the Galarian form. Darumaka. A 100% Galarian Stunfisk. A shiny Zapdos. And all three of those are from Duly Noted. And then from Terry, who we were talking a bit about in the pre-show, put in a shiny Shadow Charizard. And then he shows a picture of a shiny Shadow Charmander. I don't know if that's he caught the shiny Shadow Charmander and then is showing us that he fully evolved it to the Charizard. But that looks pretty wicked. The shiny black Charizard with the purple aura around it. That looks pretty menacing. And I can see they already TM'd away the frustration into Blast Burn. So good stuff there. And then we've got Sivillianonbace, who is also here live with us. It says, I now have the ability to make stickers. I make my sticker for when I get my Stream Deck. Ooh.
What does that mean? Makes like real stickers? Like real world? Is that a real world sticker or is that a digital?
No, yeah, that's
am
a real
I missing
world
something there?
Real world sticker that he's going to put on his Stream Deck. At least that's my understanding. Correct us if we're wrong, since you're here live, Civilian. That's pretty sweet.
Saying, I like stickers, and we've ordered them from places called like Sticker Mule and 123 Sticker and all those kind of things, and they're great. They are great. But if I could pay somebody in our community to do stickers, that'd be awesome. So yeah, done a few raids, nothing much this week. Keep rolling. I can see Duly Noted got something that I'm care about.
Yeah, Duly Noted got a shiny Galarian Stunfisk, which kind of almost goes to the colors of the original Stunfisk-ish. So it's kind of weird that the shiny would back up. Duly Noted got a Hundo Mewtwo. Good stuff there. Yeah, so apparently this is one that he's had for a little while now and just didn't realize it was a hundo. Pretty good stuff there. Nulty, a.k.a. King of the Shinies, has 4 hundos from this past week, 2 of which may not have been caught as hundos because they're purified Pokemon. But still, pretty awesome stuff. And then some shinies, a shiny Pidgey, Zapdos, Pansear, Vullaby, and Charizard. And then Devosite saying walked a lot in the last 9 days, and these are real steps, not the fake steps that some people have from putting their devices on dogs or having other things that help them get extra steps. But that's in one day on Monday, 29,000 steps. And actually, the lowest day was today. He's only up to 14,000 steps. That is, but 3 of the days were over 25,000 steps from the past 5 days. That's a lot of stepping. That's a whole lot of stepping.
It's almost like he went to some kind of protest rally or marched on Niantic and said, "Hey, stop with the hippie EVs. We don't want them anymore."
So he said he was camping. It looks like there's a mess hall, but he said there was hundreds of people to raid with, and he showed a picture of what looks like a mess hall. So, I mean, it looks like a pretty generic mess hall. Either that or I've been there before. So.
All right.
Devosite took a picture of someone. I don't know what they're doing. It looks like it might be like a scout camp or something, or I don't know. But anyway, took a picture of someone.
It's not very historically or politically accurate.
Nope. But anyway, he said he found an Orangaroo. He said it was worth the every day at 98 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
And then duly noted, coming in with a fantastic Ultra League Shadow Whale Lord named Wally World. Good reference there. And then just showing us the moves on Wally World. So Powdered Snow, Icicle Spear, and Earthquake. Good stuff there. Yeah, he just has to save up the Stardust. That is definitely the issue with Shadows, is they take more to level them up. And then Posty One Kenobi, who is here in the chat as well, showing off a Shadow Latios. So good stuff all around. Lots of fun experiences from our Discord. And if you want to get into the Discord yourself, head on over to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast, and any tier will get you into the Discord.
It tiers too, like actual human tears. Sometimes that can get you in Discord. I mean, Mr. Tambourine Jr., I'm just saying, he cried. I told everybody I wouldn't tell you that he cried, but he cried.
It was that meme. Let me in.
So there was a question of the week last week. Joe, what's our question of the week? What would you add to the game to incentivize players to get out and play?
That was the question of the week.
I barely remember being on the show last week. I don't recall that really ever being a thing said.
It was
on the show. Well, I did recall. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just let you read your Reddit answers. We'll come back.
One of the Reddit answers from this really, really sketchy person named RockGodOfPodcasting said, I thought the question was, if a celebrity were a trainer, which celebrity would it be, and who is their Pokemon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure, Joe. That came out of your mouth. We talked about how The Rock would have Graveler or Geodude. And, it was a bit. We did this bit. And then I'm going to edit the show and put the question in. Lo and behold.
I did ask that at the end when you said, tune in next time to hear. But earlier we had said that this was this other.
But you never actually say
yes,
what
I
you're
did.
supposed to say when we tune in next time.
That's true.
Not once in 300 episodes has anybody tuned in to hear Joe actually say,
Yup.
Well, okay, everybody tunes in for that. That's the only reason people tune in most weeks.
So we've got a super in-depth one here from Sivillianonbace, but before we get to that one, there's a shorter one here from Augmented Naturally. He says, a guaranteed coin-based activity that can be done and awarded in less than an hour. Not the current gym system, as it is player-based and rural areas can go days without changing, without the gyms changing and without coins being awarded. That would be fantastic. I don't remember if they told us why they stopped, but they were beta testing a system where you could get coins from daily tasks. They were beta testing it in New Zealand and I think Australia, but they got rid of it. So who knows? And then we've got from Sivillianonbace, who on Reddit is Digipair. So we've got Buckle Up. This is a long one, and he wasn't kidding. But Digipair is going along a similar vibe, but way more into what Augmented Naturally put in. So Digipair says, or Sivillianonbace says, we need to talk about the gym system and its much needed rework. As it is the only way to get free coins from Niantic, I think they could make it more fun and exciting without making it a grind fest. when the game first launched, we were able to get 100 coins a day, and the shop items were prized accordingly. So I'm going to add some context here. The 100 coins a day, you could get 10 coins a day from being in gyms, or 10 coins per gym, so up to 10 gyms a day, and it collected automatically at midnight. Like, it didn't just sit there and wait until your Pokemon came back. You got those coins automatically as the day turned over. And so, or you collected them. I'm trying to remember now. But anyway, you got them. So you got them daily. Like, if your Pokemon sat in there, you would get it every day. So your Pokemon could sit in there for a year, and every day you could collect from that gym from your Pokemon being in there. You didn't have to wait for them to come back. All right, so back to Sivillian. The gym system back then was not the best, even if it was great for teamwork.
That's true. You could get a condo and move in on that gym system.
Oh yeah, no, it took forever to take down the gyms back then, and you had to train the gyms as well. So you had to open up more slots. There could be up to 10 Pokemon in a gym, but you had to sit there and grind up the slots to even put the Pokemon in there. And then Sivillianonbace continues. Soon as the game added more Pokemon, this system was broken very fast. So Niantic changed it to the system we have today. But in the name of balancing the gyms, they pulled a fast one on us. They dropped the coins we could get a day from 100 massively. To 50. Well, not only 100 down to 50, but like I said, if they sat there, nowadays you get nothing. You have to wait till they come back.
They can be gone. I think Dennis's record, which I don't even know why I even say his name on the show. He never even listens. But Dennis, what did he say? Like almost 90 days. 90-something days.
It was way more than that, because I remember he said he put one in a gym that you had to stand on one foot with your left hand in the air and your right hand off to your side, holding your.
It had to be a original flip phone, not one of the new ones.
In order to get a signal. And so he got in there, and he was in there for like 9 months or something, like something crazy.
Something crazy, yeah.
But anyway, so the coins you get a day dropped from 100 to 50, while the store items stayed the same. It is 100% their right to do this, and I am not making a case for them or vilifying them. I think.
Boo! Take a stand. Come on.
No, I mean, they could. I think they should. Well, we'll talk about that after we read everything. I've got some ideas here. I think they could make the gym system better and offer a better challenge for all players. What I think they could do is take a little from each of the two systems that would bring back the teamwork into the gym system, and also make it fun again for all players. Gyms would have a max of 6 spots like the current system, but when you take a gym down, you would only have 3 spots open. You would need to fill all 3 before you can open the next 3. You do this like the old gym system and fight them, but now in the new PvP format. This would also count toward the Ace Trainer badge. Once you win a few, I don't know how many it should be, the next 3 spots open. The last spot in the gym is special, so you want to work with your team to open this up. The 6th spot is the gym leader spot, and depending on your gym badge level, you can do some cool stuff. So backing up, you have different tiers based on how long Pokemon have been in gyms, how many times you've spun a gym, things like that. You have different tiers for your personal level on the gym. So that's what he's referencing there, which also incentivizes actually growing those statuses up. So you could do some cool stuff. You would be able to get 50 coins a day, just like how it is now, but you can earn coins by unlocking your team's extra spots, 5 coins per battle. The max coins you can earn would be capped back to 100. I think just this little change would go a long way, but I have more ideas. Something else I would add to this that would shake things up in a gym type theme. By adding this to the game, it would help people better know what type of what type Pokemon are and what is good and bad fighting that type. This would help new trainers quickly learn type matchups in a way that is not intimidating and without having to ask anyone, as they would change daily. So if a gym is not full... wait, did I skip a line? I skipped a line.
You smell toast?
No. Without having to ask anyone as they try to fight a gym. This also brings gyms more in line with what they are in the mainline games. The theme of the gym would change daily, so if a gym is not full at the turnover, you can put a different type in making that gym harder to fight. A gym that fills up in one go would be easier to fight as they share weaknesses. And so he now is going on to talk a little bit more about the new gym leader spot. So the last spot in the gym could be a gym leader spot. This, as I said above, would have some unlockables depending on your gym badge level. It starts at the bronze level. Your Pokemon will get the 100 Stardust per hour. This will stack until it is locked out, just like coins. So you would get extra Stardust. That's pretty cool. But there's no cap on how much it can stack. Then to the silver badge. You also have the ability to put any non-legendary, non-mythical you want, even if there is one in the gym already. I think this would be cool, as it would not break the game, but let people who work to get the badge put in the Pokemon they want. When you have a gold gym badge in a Pokemon, you can put any Pokemon you want, including legendary or mythical, and you get to ignore the gym type theme. So, real quick, as an aside, this kind of has relation to Giovanni, because Giovanni is a gym leader in the Kanto series, and in the anime, not in the games, but in the anime, he used Mewtwo, which is not at all the type of his other Pokemon. Although his gym had a bunch of different typings in general, so he was a little abnormal. Anyway, okay, so back to Civilian. I think this would be a nice way to add some chaos to the game. They could make it so their motivation will decay faster than a legendary/mythical Pokemon to balance it. When you place your Pokemon in a gym, you will have the option to place your Pokemon in the gym leader spot if you have a bronze gym badge or higher. This makes your Pokemon the last Pokemon by default. Oi, and Charles is gone. He's just gone. He'll be back. And then to continue on, Civilian says, and here's another one. In the Gen 3 games, there was a fun game mechanic of secret bases. This is where you could decorate a place how you wanted and set a team for people to fight. I think it would be cool if we could do this in Pokemon Go. Here's how I think it could be set up for Pokemon Go. Interesting. I knew that Gym 3 had the secret bases. I didn't realize you could set teams for people to fight. I don't think I ever did that. Anyway, how does it work? To start, you would need to hit level 30 to set up a secret base. This is not hard with all the ways that Pokemon Go gives out experience. Your base is an item that you can place down in the world as you travel. You only get one, but you can pick it back up. You can set it so everyone can see it, only a certain level of friend, or only you can interact with it. If you set it so others can see and interact with it, they will only see it when they are close to it, or when it is in their interaction reach. It has a photo disc with your trainer picture on it that people can spin to get items like a gym or a stop, but like a gym, there is more to do here. So the next thing is decorating it. What can I decorate it with? It says you can set up displays with the badges you have earned or your GBL rank so others can see them. There will also be a Hall of Fame in your base. This is a team of 6 Pokemon you want to show off to people stopping by your base. Niantic could even sell decorations like they do stickers that do nothing but make them money, but people will buy that Gengar beanbag chair because why not? I think it would be awesome if you could also put the gifts, the pictures from the gifts up as posters. That would be cool. Because now we've got the the little postcard booklet, so you could save those and you could post them up in there as posters. I think that would be fun. And then what else can I do here? I know this has been a long one, and I very much appreciate it, Sivillianonbace, but this is the last little segment, so bear with us. I think this is where we can have some fun with this. The owner of the base can set up a PvP team that anyone can fight. This could be fun because their communities could set up challenges for the community to take part in. You can make your own Pokemon League for people to battle their way through, just like the mainline games. There's lots that could be done with this. All right, Charles, what do you think about all that?
Yay, more stuff in the game that doesn't matter. No, I mean, it's, I don't know.
I mean, basically between Augmented Naturally and Digipair, the big theme here is Niantic needs to have a way that we can better guarantee us earning coins each day.
Yes.
Whether it be extra little events that we can do on gyms, like Sivillianonbace suggested, whether it be little quest lines that we can do, like they had been beta testing in Australia, anything. And they 100%, in my opinion, need to make it so that our coin earnage from gyms is no longer tied to our Pokemon getting kicked out. We need to be able Yep. We need to definitely be able to collect on that when our Pokemon are still in there. That needs to come back ASAP, in my opinion.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like that they took it away. The gym leader spot could definitely add a lot of fun and flair. And I do like that Sivillianonbace even went as far as to think of a way that it could be balanced by allowing if you put a legendary mythical, have their CP decay faster than a normal Pokemon. So that would definitely be fun there. What would also be nice is if you battle a gym with a gym leader in the games, in the Game Boy games, after you finish beating a gym leader, you normally get a TM of a move that they used on their Pokemon. So if you battled a gym leader, it would be awesome if you were awarded, say, there was a small chance you could get an elite TM if you had gold in the gym as well as them. That would be pretty cool. Or just a TM in general. That would be fun. Sivillianonbace in the comments here live is saying, I do have a few more ideas, but I thought 2 long posts was more than enough. So there's definitely things that could be done there. The secret base idea could definitely be fun. But personally, I think just like in the main series games, I probably wouldn't use it. But I could see how a lot of people would really like that. And just because I wouldn't use it doesn't mean it wouldn't be something fun to add to the game. And it would also, with one of the things that I had suggested, being able to put some of the pictures of the Pokestops, the ones that you've saved to your album, it would give more reason to actually go through and collect those pictures from your GIFs as well. Because half the time I am on autopilot and I don't collect pictures.
I'm lost. What are these gifts that you're talking about? I don't understand.
Right now, I'm talking about the gifts that you get from friends in the game. Did you forget that you can send gifts to friends in game?
What are friends? I just know there's people who listen to this show that yell at me. I don't understand this whole process.
Charles is smelling burnt toast again. But no, yeah.
Why burnt? Why can't it be like almond butter toast? Why is it burnt? Avocado toast. Why is it burnt toast, Joe?
Because if there's a phantom smell of burnt toast, that's one of the signs of a stroke or a tumor.
Are you're okay? You make me have an aneurysm. You do know what I do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And you're lecturing. Finish questions.
You do know that my dad died of an aneurysm.
Finish the questions.
Jerk face. Yeah, that's how my dad passed away, was an aneurysm. How are you?
Way to bring the show down.
Why are you being so mean to me? No.
The title of this show is "This is where it all went off the rails."
That's why Charles is confused.
This is why your dad hated you. I'm sorry. No,
you're assuming it was ever on the rails, and I'm going to ignore that comment. You're assuming that this show was ever on the rails. We jumped off the rails and got onto a tandem bike when Ibbot left.
Where we're going, we don't need rails. We need Xanax and help. Xanax and Jesus is what we need. That's some great ideas.
Did we have any over on?
Yes, as a matter of
Spotify?
fact, we do. I still think it should have been celebrity trainers and who their pet pokies would be. But it was, what would you add to the game to incentivize players to get out and play? Now, if you listen to the podcast on Spotify, which, little side note, I think the new question this week, Joe, needs to be, would you like the video put out through Spotify? Because as an option we have now to just drag the recorded video, it would show up as video in Spotify for everybody who wants to watch the video, but do audio everywhere else, right? So in Spotify, there'd be the video and audio. Everywhere else would just be audio. But I still need to tweak it a little bit because I just have control issues on how it sounds and looks. But that is an option. So would you like the video do out on Spotify? So on Spotify, where the Q&A is, B says, sorry about not saying anything last week, but I think they should go. I'm sorry, but I think they should add. I'm messing this up so much. I smell avocado toast right now, Joe. It's levels of straight. But they should let you get more than 50 coins so people got the gems and actually go out and battle them.
It's all about them coins.
And then Lit Nate.
Where do you even find? I don't use Spotify at all, and maybe there's other people that use Spotify. How do you actually find the comments?
Well, I go to the Anchor side of it and look at the episode, right, from our producer side. For the listeners on Spotify, it should be on the episode. Like this particular episode was 302 Dr. Who's That Pokemon? That's not right.
It's supposed to be 303. I fixed it.
Yeah, I messed that up. No,
I messed it up.
All right, so you know what? Who messed it up? Freaking Flower Crown Dirty Hippie Eevee.
Once was a lad, his name was Joe. He had a thought up.
Well, I guess, Joe, you messed it up. The universe said, because I didn't hit the button. I hit my desk, and apparently I hit it hard enough to trigger the button. And the universe is saying you did it, Joe. So there you go. But it should be on that episode. And as we read them on the show, I do pin them. So I'm not sure if you can see it before I pin it or any of that. So I haven't participated on that level. But it'll be on each episode is where the question is in Spotify itself. So Litton H says, Willa's going with us tomorrow, and go on, Litton. We're waiting. We'll wait here all day, Litton, for you to finish. Seriously, I mean, I'm hooked. I want to know who Willow is and what she's going to do to incentivize people to play.
Professor Willow, I assume.
I don't know. I mean, I'm on eggshells now. Where's the rest of the sentence? It's killing me. Litton, I need a 5-part docudrama series on what the rest of this statement was going to be, because that's all I got. Is Willow's going with us tomorrow, and I will not be able to sleep until you get back in and finish the sentence. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Please, I beg of you. Give an old man some comfort in his dying days. So, all right, that was the end of the statement there. So, Joe, do you have any other comments on what you think would incentivize people to get out and play?
So we talked a little bit last week about, or maybe it was the week before, but they need to make it so parks and stuff, rework rework nests. I said parks and stuff because parks often have nests. Rework nests, make them more meaningful. Put Community Day Pokemon in that. I mentioned that last time too. But putting Pokemon Community Day Pokemon into the nest rotation would be awesome, in my opinion. And then also being able to, if you're in a nest, that you can get the Community Day move of said Pokemon as well. That would be fantastic as well. But definitely coins would be, just like everyone else said, being able to get more coins one way or another. Some great suggestions have already been said to that regard. But yeah, making it so that, as part of the gym rework, they could make it so that it's more impactful if your group owns the gym, just like similar to community days recently. If a certain number of people caught Pokemon at your lore, then it would kind of give an enhancement to the lore. You could do something similar where, actually, it could even be part of what Sivillianonbace said. If you increase the levels of the gym to where you have the gym leader and the gym leader spot is filled, then for that team, it activates some kind of a bonus, like better Pokemon or something that spawn near the gym. It could even work as a lure, a permanent lure at the gym, but make it a lot more infrequent because you don't want it to be too overpowered. But make it infrequent, but make it that specific lure on the gym spawn a slightly rarer Pokemon, like every 10 minutes or something, or every 20 minutes, however they need to do to make it balanced, but have it be a little bit rarer of a pool if they have it bumped up all the way to having the gym leader unlocked. Something like that I think would be fantastic. It would get people more involved.
And I hear this, and I play your Let's Go Eevee, or that's my biggest interaction with Pokemon in a digital world outside of Pokemon Go. Okay. But the gyms in the game that I play, now I understand that this is the way it is across the board, is you're going to go to the rock gym. So it's rock types that you're fighting against.
So I think it was while you were gone briefly, but that was one of the things that Sivillianonbace had mentioned, was giving the gyms a specific theme as well.
Okay, good. Because I heard that. I heard about the themes that the gym leaders but they would have to. That would make it a lot easier. It's probably right as I sat back down. That would make it a lot easier because it's that I know it's a water gym, and I can figure that out.
Yep. Yeah, no, that was a big part of what Civilian said. He also talked about how it would help newer trainers learn about type advantage and things like that. So.
Yeah. For me, give me a chance that if I take that gym down, I can win a $25 gas card. Because it's a lot. It's a lot to get out into the world and play right now. I mean, for me specifically, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, we need bigger days to be more, for Joe. Like when I get with Joe, I drove up to Tennessee, or he drives down here. That's a great incentive to go out and play. But we only do that 2-3 times a year at most, because it's the big days. It's the Pokemon Go Fest days. And I don't remember why I came up to Tennessee, but it was a special event going on.
Just to have fun, really.
We use it as an excuse, but it's even local.
It was community day, but yeah.
Was it? Rangaroo was going to be out and all that jazz. But like even Kittens and Knives is here local, and I would go hang out with them. But it's just like, I got a lot going on. When I get up on a Saturday or Sunday, I'm working on stuff on my computer. Well, first off, I sleep until I don't sleep anymore, right? No alarms is what I'm saying. And then I typically want to just kind of chill out, play a video game or two, and just wind the weekend down for a second. And then after a couple hours, I'm on my computer working on something, somewhere. So to think about going out, I don't know, man. I don't know what would incentivize me on any given day to go and do more. Maybe bringing back those invite raids. It wasn't legendary. It was, what was it?
The EX
was it
raids.
legendary? EX raids, yeah. That, because it was hard to get. So I went out on a community day and raided at specific gyms that I knew could be EX raid invites.
Yeah, EX eligible.
Then you get the random invite, which is, you didn't get that. Well, Terry was the one that got the most of them. He was always raiding, right? Back in those days.
Mm-hmm.
So, then you got the invite, and then it was special. Somehow make it special is what I'm saying. But yeah, gym battles are crap. I mean, if I'm sitting around and I've caught everything in the area, like I'm out and about somewhere waiting on something, and I've caught everything, then I start looking at the gyms and thinking about doing a gym battle. But for the most part, it's just not worth it. It's either my Pokemon will get kicked out in less than 8 hours, so I'll get just a tiny handful of coins, or it'll get kicked out in over 8 hours, and I'll still get a tiny handful of coins. Just a slightly larger tiny handful of coins. So that's it for me. So there is all that. We're gonna be right back, and I just love this button, even though it's messed up. And we'll be back in just a minute.
Go away, Pikachu's jukebox. Don't go away, Pikachu's jukebox is next.
I need to. I can edit those things. I need to edit them and fix them. Oh my goodness. So Kurt's here in full effect tonight. Saw a number of titles going through there. And Dooley's back. Dooley and Kurt, man, when they're in, we get like 50 titles to battle it out.
I don't think I've seen Kurt commenting. Have I missed it?
Yeah, he got in through Charles is the Matrix. Charles wants to bring Jim in line.
Oh, yep, there it is. I see it.
You know who got quiet? That Tugus. I don't know. If I don't see comments, I don't open gifts.
She
That's
ditched
all I'm
us.
saying. She,
I always, whenever I see Tugus in the chat, it always makes me think of the Tortuga twins that you love to talk about.
Yeah. I see you said my kids are my alarm on the weekend. My kids learn at a very early age. That is not the
There's
button you
Tugus
wanna
Rose.
hit. Nope, I don't see a chat. I don't see it. Yeah. It's just, All right, Joe. We're gonna come back in.
We gotta rap some Pokemon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on. I want to be the best.
What's the hard part?
To beat all the rest.
This is a theme song from the 90s. There's nothing hard about this. I'm sorry, I can read a list of 4 times too.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon.
I thought you were going to keep singing. I was like, go, Joe. Go, Ninja, go. All right.
Oh, Vanilla Ice.
We've got a few headlines to talk about. Let's start with, first, I see that we're talking about Community Day here. So before we get to this topic, Niantic's trying so hard with this Community Day. Not only have they put it out and they pushed it, and we're about to read this headline about the gust power. I'm assuming it's a gust attack and all this other stuff. In the game, they floated a special gift balloon so you'd open it, right? Which I did. Got my free gift. And it was just, hey, Community Day with Starly. I'm like, I think you're trying a little hard here, Niantic. Why? Well, the question is why? Why? Is Community Day dying? Maybe we do something a little different with Community Day than put in stuff that people don't want. Under the Lights, Gust Staraptor, July Community Day, PvP, brief PvE analysis. All right, Joe, what's the deal here?
So this is coming to us from a...
Holy crap, that's a write-up.
Yes, from a Redditor named JRE47, who is labeled as PvP investigative journalist. And so he goes into a ton into the different stats and the breakdowns and the different leagues that could possibly be good for this particular Staraptor, and also talks about different ways that they could fix Staraptor in the future. It's almost as if Staraptor even with all of this, really isn't going to make that huge of an impact. But all right, so the TLDR Cliff Notes version of this basically is that Gust basically doubles Staraptor's win total in Great and Ultra League, so it does make it a bit more competitive. However, that win total is still south of not only a 50% win rate, but the estimate is that it is below a 33% win rate, which means Staraptor before had a hypothetical less than 16% win rate. So in other words, Staraptor is not good.
For PvP, right?
For PvP. He does go on to say that there is some possible potential for an Ultra League Premier Classic where
but that's all, folks.
Yeah, where Shadow Staraptor could be a niche pick. So if the stars aligned, Shadow Staraptor could be a niche pick for PvP.
You're doing good so far, Joe. Keep it up.
Yeah. All in all, Staraptor is not a PvP Pokemon. It really isn't. And so anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you. So this is basically one of those community days where it's just there for collection purposes right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like there's this huge analysis, and then there's an even more analysis, like I said earlier, about fixing Staraptor. It's not there. It's not going to make a big difference in PvP. And so if you're going into this community day hoping for a PvP star, you're not going to get it. Even if it is Staraptor, it's just not there.
Does it have to be? Community Day is about the community, right? So what else makes Staraptor or Starling worthy of community? Why should we go out and catch this? Is it shiny, the best shiny ever? Is it, obviously Gus is okay. Community Day shouldn't make it matter, right? I still use my Metagross that I got two of them out of Community Day. I mean, I got a lot of Beldomes, but I ended up just evolving a shiny Metagross and another high IV Metagross. I still use them in gym raids and everything else today. They're my go-to. That was a great Community Day. What makes this a good Community Day?
Personally, I like the color of the non-shiny better. So Staraptor is basically gray tones. It's black, gray, and white, but then it's got a little red tuft on its mohawk. Well, the gray tones shift to brown tones with a blue tuft. And it is what it is. Personally, I'm not gonna go ham for it. I'm really not. If I get a couple of shinies, that's good enough for me. Just as a reminder, it is this Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time. So if you're wanting to get out there and grind it, those are your times to get out there and grind it. Catch yourselves a Staraptor. It could have some nostalgia for certain players because Ash did have a Staraptor in the main series game, or in the anime. So Ash did have a Staraptor in the anime, and so some people could have really liked his character arcs in the anime and things like that. So, yeah. But in general, it's as far as PvP goes in Pokemon Go, it's not gonna make that big of a.
It really
splash.
feels like this game has hit its stagnation stride. Like it doesn't surprise us anymore. There's no real twists. There's no real woo. What
Woo.
I mean, I still remember it being great. They would do a weekly event or an event for 1 week at a time each month for a little bit, and you had the rock types. So rock types were more prevalent, grass types. That was very helpful. That was very fun. And releasing shadows, that is always fun.
You know what?
Community Day is just not really, other than to get the shiny, it's not really doing anything new.
You know what they could add to the game? This is kind of going back to our discussion earlier. But one thing that they could add to the game, in addition to nests, is they could add to some parks, make them rotating biomes. And so, kind of like at Go Fest when they had the different biomes, that could be like for the next 2 weeks, this park is an ice biome, or this park is a rock biome. And that would be similar to what you were just suggesting. But instead of making it global, make it so that you have to hunt down the specific park that it has the types that you specifically want. I think that could be a great thing that they could add to the game to incentivize the nest mentality. And they could still have some specifically as nests where it's that Pokemon is nested there. But I think having biomes could add a lot of fun to the game and give a little breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that would work. I mean, I see what you're saying.
Well, it's just like at Go Fest, how they had the different areas that were biomes.
I think at first, maybe this is just true for everything. At first, it would absolutely work and get more people out. And like, oh man, now
and then it would fade and the hype would die down. It's true.
Unless even at a low percentage, unless what was the big draw of Pokemon Go Fest?
It had, being able
to
play
one Pokemon that everybody wanted
of this last Go Fest.
Yes.
Who was there was a couple of regionals that were available this last Go Fest.
True, but regionals we know are going to come with Go Fest. We get excited, but something that's not I'll just go ahead and hit you for the sake of time.
The space jellyfish.
No, nobody knew that was coming.
That was brand new to Go Fest.
No, but that was not what people wanted. The shiny Axew. The Axew is what people wanted, right? And then like the Burmy, the shiny Burmy, the stuff that's in the game, right? We can get them at varying degrees of difficulty, but it's not something that was a shadow, right? For anybody that played for a while, we all knew what it was. I've had a ton of Burmy, I've had a few Axews, whatever, but it was the fact that you could get the shiny, the fact that they were more prevalent. If you did your biomes like that, to where it was like, oh man, in the biome I need Dialga, so I need to watch for the water biome to come around so I can get in there and get me the shiny that makes it that more focused hunting. That would absolutely work.
That would be nice, being able to dynamically change the raids based on the biome as well. Yes. And so, these legendaries pop up in these biomes. That it would definitely be a good idea. I like it. I like it.
Long term, I every once in a while I relate this back to another game that I've been playing for just as long, and do a show about, called Marvel Strike Force, and they have this thing called Dark Dimension. It came around year two or three, kind of like Community Days. And they keep adding difficulty levels to it and adding stuff you can get out of it. But it's a long-term part of the game. It's not designed for you to jump into the game and after 3 months, you'd have to pay to get high enough to really tackle the high level stuff. But even after 3 months of paying, it's not designed for you just to burn through it and get it. It's designed for you to keep building your teams for the other moments of the game, then come back to this and see what works. And I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. And this game kind of a little bit has that with PvP, but I can only speak from being on the outside, but the PvP part of this game is hit or miss. And I don't mean for people like us, Joe. I mean for the hardcore PvP players Starly. Well, it's really 33%. It's kind of trash for PvP. That's how they approach everything. So that's not even a long-term version of the game. or this game, and I think maybe biome hunting would help with that. I don't have any answers. Otherwise, I'd be a billionaire and Niantic would be begging me for my answers. I get it. I don't have all the answers. But it does seem like if Niantic focused more on what's going to keep you excited 2 years from now and less on hats, I think we'd be better off as a community.
Yeah, and could you imagine if you used a specific lore? Like they have these different lores. What if you used a glacial lore, which are ice type Pokemon, in an ice biome? What if that made it so that the stuff out of the lore had a bump in rarity and a bump in shiny rate as well? So that would also incentivize using some of these specialty lores and would increase Niantic's profits.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they are a business. So if you can incentivize some kind of a profit margin increase for these changes, it may be more enticing for them to actually make them.
Yeah. See, I told you don't need a whole lot of headlines. Here it is time to wrap the show, and we got a few more things to hit. So just touch on the lucky trade rate caps at 20%. What does that mean?
Yeah, so recently the Silph Road did research on how So in the game, if you trade an older Pokemon, you have a higher chance of it being lucky if you trade it to a friend. The cap on that is 20%. The odds are 20%. And you achieve that by trading something that is 3 years or older. Is their estimate on that, or 2.5 years. So is it, let's see. It's definitely 3 years. It says they have a whole breakdown. What?
Oh, one of the peanut gallery.
Oop.
One of the ones that leads the charge on me not opening gifts, the WF professor, has not opened the gift that I sent them this past year. So I gotcha. I gotcha.
Oh, man.
But I understand about the cap rates there. Mega Alakazam. Let's take a quick look at what that's going to look like. See what we think.
Yeah, so it is 3 years. So just FYI.
My boy!
Your boy Buzzwole.
Where does this Buzzwole sticker come from? I love it. Okay, I need this in real life. I need that sticker for those who make stickers in this world. I just need one. I just need that one. That Buzzwole! Oh my God. Joe, where did you find this? Tell me you made this. Because why?
That sticker is coming to Pokemon Go.
Oh my God, I love it. I love this sticker. It's so ridiculous. I love this thing so much. It's so good. Oh my God.
So Charles is a little incoherent now. The Pokeminers found some new assets that got added. The assets are Mega Alakazam and his shiny form and a sticker for Buzzwole, which means that I would assume we're going to be getting Buzzwole soonish. So
this is the most awesomely ridiculous. I love, but by default, Buzzwole has to be my favorite Pokemon. It makes me laugh so hard every time they do something new with it.
Buzzwole skips leg day though. He's got 4 of them, and he skips it all the time. Look at those! Look at those tiny little legs.
Travis Buzzwole! And that joke lands with like 3 people who listen to the show, but it's a good joke. Love it. All right, so and a quick rundown of because we've got a speak pipe and some trivia coming, I'm sure. What is this? Why can't we see 6 pick 3?
Why can't we be friends? Sorry, that's not what this is
because
about.
You're weird. I'm sorry, is that not a real question?
Wow. So this has been an idea that I've seen tossed around a bunch over the past forever. I agree with it. It would be amazing. It would add more depth to PvP in my opinion. So basically right now you pick 3. They don't see who your 3 are. You just go with it. You get paired up. What they're suggesting is that you pick 6. You get to see the other players' 6 Pokemon that they picked, and or the 6 that they have chosen, and then you each pick 3 from that lineup for the battle. And so I think it would allow a lot more counterplay and a lot more strategy to PvP instead of the luck of the draw because you have no idea what's coming up. That's my personal opinion. Sure. People may disagree, but that's my personal opinion.
I can see it. I can see it. So you kind of have a little bit of defense built, but not fully because you don't know which 3 they're actually going to bring. If they're smart about their team, you don't know which 3 they'll bring in.
Yep.
So I get it.
And Dooley says that's how it's done in the video games. I think that's for the tournaments. I believe that's how they do it for the tournaments. The why am I blanking on the name for it? But the Game Boy tournaments is you have 6 that you show as your lineup, and you pick 3, and that's how you battle it. So there is precedence for this. So do it, Niantic. Do it.
Hey, it can work. All right, I got a speak pipe ready. Yeah, this is you might get fired again, Joe. I'm just saying.
Again?
I'm just saying.
Man.
Let's go.
Man, I am tired. I'm at camp this week. Actually, let's see. I don't know. Since Wednesday. So it's Wednesday now. So that's 7 days. Did math. God, I'm tired. I've been hiking trails. I don't sit still easily. It's at 100 degrees. Finally cool down. Pokemon everywhere. Ran out of storage. I've run out of... kind of sucks. At the same time, it's pretty great. Anyway.
What are you talking about?
Kind of finally weaned myself of a little bit of air conditioning. Man, I'm ready to go on some Pokemon raids. Actually, I have been. I'm walking right now through the woods, and I was just thinking about you guys. And I would say, sucks to be you, being there in that air-conditioned, cushy chair. But really, it probably isn't. It's pretty nice. Anyway, I'm going to post some stuff. I am sweating I'm sweating my stuff off. Later, guys.
Take me to church.
My brother Devocate, you must return to the fold and get this precious air conditioner from the good Lord himself, Arceus. His wings keep us cool. I do not know why you wish to venture out into this hellhole of a world that is trying to kill you right now with all the heat and humidity. But sir, you are always welcome to come back. Joseph Vaughn, however, is not for undermining me in my own chat room right now.
Take me to church.
Defo's at camp, man. No, at least he's getting some Pokemon playing going on because, camp is for people who hate comfort, is what it's there for. All right, Joe, what time is it?
What time is it? It is time for random trivia. And I am going to talk about my favorite Pokemon, Growlith, the puppy Pokemon. Although the Hisuian form of Growlith is actually the Scout Pokemon, so they changed his subtitle, I guess. So Growlith is fire. The Hisuian form of Growlith is fire rock, and I think in my Arceus playthrough, I'm getting close to the place where Hisuian Growlith can be found. I'm really hoping. I think I am. So that would be great. As a brief side note, Grayson, we will get you our friend codes. There you go. I put mine in the air. Charles can put his in the chat.
I just went back to the secret mine in Breath of the Wild and hired Grayson the other day. So nice to see you tune into the show, man. We appreciate it.
There you go. So Growlith evolves with a Firestone, so not at a specific level. He's got that kind of evolution. Arcanine is the legendary Pokemon, and yeah, he's a legend.
Who's that Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh, that's even better. Okay, somebody cut that. Get it to me for a button. I need that right now.
So Growlith's Pokedex entry from Red and Blue version is it's very protective of its territory. It will bark and bite to repel intruders from its space. Yeah, no, that's definitely there. But then there's the Hispan Growlith, which has a very similar connotations, but it says they patrol their territory in pairs. I believe the igneous rock components in the fur of this species are the result of volcanic activity in its habitat. Which again, I think I'm real close to said habitat. So I am really, really hoping maybe this next week to get myself a Hispan Growlith, because I need my doggo. Growlith, the name is a combination of growl and lith. Charles is like, I can't even.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and preempt trivia to give you my own trivia in a couple weeks, which is Buzzwole. It's a combination of Buzz and Swole.
Swole. Arcanine, its Pokedex entry says, a Pokemon that has been admired since the past for its beauty. It runs agilely as if on wings. He's legendary.
He's Red Bull.
Yeah. The Arceus version, so the Hispan version, has very different connotations. Instead of waxing poetic, the Pokedex entry in there says, snaps at its foes with fangs cloaked in blazing flame. Despite its bulk, it deftly feints every which way, leading opponents on a deceptively merry chase as it all but dances around them. Yeah. What? Arcanine in the beta version was actually originally known as Blaze. So before it was named as Arcanine. So the Arcanine is a combination of arcane and canine. Though some people claim that instead of arcane, it's arson because it's fire type. So arson canine or arcane canine, one of the two. And actually, the Japanese version, it's called Windy. So that's probably has something to do with its emphasis on speed, because extreme speed is its signature move starting in Generation 2 and forward. So, and then in the anime, Gary had an Arcanine. To be completely blunt, I kind of like Gary's lineup better than Ash's in general. So, you know. Oh, Gary. Yep. That's me. And so in the beta version, I talked about Arcanine, but in the beta version, Growlithe was actually known as Flamey. So there was Flamey and Blaze.
But they just phoned in a lot of these, in my opinion.
But yeah, Growlithe has been my favorite doggo forever. He's awesome.
You do enjoy the dog, that's for shizzle. All right, man. What we got left here? Well, you can email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com, or you can go to our website, PokemonGoPodcast.com, and click that tab right there on the left-hand side of the screen and leave a voicemail like old Devo Saite said. Go out into the woods and then use your cell phone to call us. That's how it works. You know?
Sweat your stuff off.
r/Pokemon Go. r/Pokemon Go Podcast is where you can find us on Reddit for the topics of the week and the votes there. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod, and you can join us on TikTok at Pokemon Go Podcast, which we've got a number of them in the chamber to put up here shortly. And the YouTube is Pokemon Go Podcast, or you can come out live as we record this on Thursday nights at twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. There's a theme here. It's Pokemon Go Podcast pretty much everywhere. And you can join people like Grayson HDJ who is 8-Bit Bros in the game, just joined up with us, and then got some friends invites going on there. Have this too. I'll take it too. Lizzie Beth, JC718, not JZ, that'd be my boy, but JC718. Posty One Kenobi, lurking in the shadows, always making sure to get our young daughters home safe. And Shanu la 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 la, Spollock, Squishy of the Twitchy family, and Tugas Rose 27. I don't always Pokemon, but when I do, it's Pokemon Go Podcast. All right, and Joe, we're gonna find you on the web.
You can find me on Twitter at Joseph_Ard, which today I actually tweeted out about the Minecraft server that I play on. So if you want to join, head on over to Twitter and look at that tweet that I put out, and you can join the server. It's a Bedrock server, so if you're a Java player, sorry. But anyway.
I don't know what any of that means other than it's Flintstone related. You can find me at RockGodOfPod on social media, RockGodOfPodcasting, Charles McFall, and we are 1EMS is where all of my stuff is. Check that out. Tune in next week to know you're never going to hear Joe say.
I really am going to say it this time because the discussion for next week really will be what celebrity Pokemon pairs do you want to see? Oh my God. I broke Charles a little bit right there.
You did. We had a question and you changed it again. Can't stand.
What was our previous question, Charles? What was it?
You made me forget now, but I said it when we were talking about going out for incentives and stuff.